Yo guys, so it's been a while since we've just talked about Tekken 8. So yesterday I made a poll asking you guys how often you play this game. And about 50% of you say you just play this game a few days a week. Now this can mean different things for many of you, right? Some of you just don't have the time to be on a console or on a PC because you're super busy. Some of you might have just dropped the game and don't play Tekken as much as you used to. Maybe just don't like the game anymore. There is much more context to just saying that you only play the game for a few days a week. Now the reason why I made this poll is I find myself just not really caring about Tekken 8 all that much anymore. I don't spend as much time playing this game as much as I used to, despite being a content creator for this particular game. It's just in my console, bro. It's just another game on the catalog that's on my console that I just don't touch. I haven't played this game in quite a while. The only time I play Tekken is when my friend asks me to jump on. I never ask for Tekken 8 games, bro. Like, even casually, I just never ask for matches like that. So it got me thinking, like, just why has Tekken put me in this state, right? This is a game I grew up with. This is a game I grew up watching my family play, right? Tekken 3, Tekken Tag 1. I was a little kid, right? Little boy, just watching my family kick each other's asses in Tekken 3, right? That grew up to be, it was my childhood basically. Picked the game up in Tekken 5. Then I've stuck with this game ever since, right? Tekken 6 was like the only game I had on my PSP, bro. That's of how much of a sweat I was and just how much I really loved Tekken. So this makes me feel some type of way that I actually put this game down and don't play it as much as I actually want to. So now this is a conversation we've talked about so many times, boys. I don't have to parrot myself, repeat the shit I've said over the years. Basically, we all know what's wrong with Tekken 8. Mostly is a hit system. The game has just changed a lot, right? So it's not just that. Of course, there are other different factors. Tekken 8 right now is kind of on a low. There isn't really that much going on right now. We are still waiting for Armor King to drop in 2 to 3 weeks, which is super hype. Of course, on the 16th of October is when AK will be available for everyone. So most people are just waiting for that. But as of now, it's kind of still not much is going on. And obviously, that always affects player count and just how you feel about the game, how hype you are about the game, because there isn't much going on even in the tournament scene. So one thing I really don't like about Tekken 8, of course, like the hit system. One thing that pisses me off a lot about this game is there is no wow factor when someone is in hit, right? Now, what I mean by this is if I permanently go into hit, right? Let me permanently turn on my hit. If I go into hit, right? It's always a given that to end my hit, I'm either going to go for a hit dash into a combo, right? Or I'm going to go for a hit smash. So it's like there's nothing else to this because you don't want to run out of your hit without spending it, basically. Because if you run out of a hit, you waste a chance of actually getting a full combo out of a move that doesn't normally launch. But when you use up your hit, it becomes a launcher. And of course, you have the overpowered hit smash that you want to fully utilize when you have your hit. So when I'm watching tournaments, right, I've always wondered, there isn't really like a wow factor, outside of the core. Now, of course, the core mechanic of Tekken is still in the game, right? The Korean backdash ducks, high step duck, classic with punishment, classic punishment, all that core mechanic, the high level stuff, what makes Tekken great, it's still there to some degree. So that's what makes these tournaments still watchable at the highest of levels. But when someone goes into hit, pause, let's say other than Ash is in hit, double pause, then he's in hit, he does his hit smash or his hit dash, right? There is nothing there because it's something you expect. With Rage Drive back in Tekken 7, at least there was a very... So with Rage, you had to choose, right? Either you kept your Rage for the damage, use your rage drive to get a potential launcher or like a huge combo into a spike follow up, or use your rage art. But with hit, it's like, if I do hit smash, I get 50 damage either way. If I do hit dash, I get 50 damage either way. So there's no really disparity, there's no surprise factor, there's no like a hard read, something crazy a professional player does when in hit, that's like, oh my days, that was so sick, right? It's always hit smash, hit dash, hit smash, hit dash, hit smash, hit dash, and it becomes so bland. And this is the reason why, again, the ceiling has been lowered for Tekken, and why a lot of pro players this time around are losing to a lot of randoms this time around. Like, this still happened a lot back in Tekken 7. Most of the top players were still winning everything, but like in Tekken 8, I swear Tekken 8 has had the most upsets, bro, in tournaments, bro. Like, so many randoms are getting wins out of like the highest level players. You saw the poor player who recently just beat Ars and Ash. And again, that's because of hit, guys, right? Like, I just have this for free. I just have it for free. I literally have to press one button, right? I press one button, I go into hit. I press another button, I have 50 damage for free, right? If it's a wall break, a wall interaction, I get a wall break. If it's a hit smash that spikes, I get a floor blast into 1 million damage. So it just, it's not taken, man. Like hit, bro, I'm not a huge fan of hit, right? Hit smash and hit dash, I just don't like it. So you see high level players lose to stuff like this, right? Maybe like, all right, I'm about to run out of hit, right? Let's say Knee is one hit away from losing the game, right? Then I just throw out a hit smash, and then he loses, right? So there is no like, oh man, he made the hard read and got a huge punish on Knee. No, he just pressed one button and got a hit smash off, right? And if you block this, you still get a guess out of it, which is just ridiculous. Plus 14, like boys, I know, guys, I know I've complained about this so many times, I've made so many videos about this, but every time I jump back on this game, I was playing games just a few minutes ago, right? Just a few, I just played like 20 minutes of ranked, I'm like, yeah, nah. I always, it's like an endless loop, right? I'll miss Tekken, I jump back on, I'm like, nah. I get pissed off, I make a video about it complaining, you know, I drop Tekken for a while, I miss Tekken, I jump back on, I boot up ranked. The loop never fucking ends. That's the problem. And this is a game I grew up with, guys. It's the whole reason for my channel. It's a game I actually love. But this stuff, this is not it, bro. Like, this is just not it, right? Watching tournaments, there's no surprise factor, there's no super wow factor, no hard reads whatsoever. You just pressed one button, hit smash and pray. That's all that it is, and guess for your life. So boys, this is something else I thought I would get off my mind. I find myself not really caring about Tekken as much anymore, right? I'm playing a lot of different games right now, more than I am Tekken. Now, of course, when AK drops, I will jump back on the game. We will bring back a bit of that Tekken hype. But Armor King has to come with some sort of balance update. But I don't think that will be the case. But they have to squeeze out some kind of balance update when AK drops, because man, I think a lot of people are on the edge right now with Tekken 8. I've said that so many times, but like, yeah, it's just like, when people just don't stop complaining about something, that's how you know it's bad. Now, again, I don't wanna parrot myself and talk about the same shit over and over again, but you have to accept the game for what it is. And I keep telling myself that as well. Accept the game for what it is. But sometimes I forget that myself when I go into a match and I get hit by a one button 60 damage hit smash into floor blast into GG's, right? I just forget about that. I'm like, bro, fuck this game. So this is Tekken 8, boys. I will try to get myself off of this low period I'm in right now, this sulk, you know. Need to get some content out. I'm sure you guys have noticed my content has slowed down a bit. I'm kind of in the spiral right now of like, Tekken 8, man, what has happened, bro? Like, how do you fumble the bag so bad, bro? I need Armor King to get me hype again for this game, boys. We need that AK hype, and I hope our mans will be like super good in this game. Anyway, boys, I just thought I would share my thought. I'm sorry for the waffling, for the rambling, but it is what it is. I have to express myself at the end of the day. It is my channel. I can do what the fuck I want to do. So either take my L take or W take. Hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. But anyway, tell me how you feel about the game, boys, right now. For the people that are still playing Tekken, like, what's keeping you busy in this game? Are you still on that hella ranked grind? Practice mode? What is going on? Talk to ya boy. But anyway, like I always say, this is a good time to play other games before Armor King drops. Not much is going on with the game right now, so play some Silent Hill, and have some fun, boys. Have some fun. Anyway, boys, let me hear your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new as usual. Drop that Doria on the like button, and yeah, GG, boys, and take care.